Studio 10 Spotlights, and today is extra special as a mid-Michigan native made the Forbes 50 over 50 list for her speed and innovation. She joins us now. Please, let's give a warm welcome to Elaine Larsen. Welcome into Studio 10.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much.
We are so excited that you are joining us. But before we get to the track, let's go back to your Michigan roots, because we know you are a mid-Michigan native.
I was born and raised in Middleton, Michigan. You know I'm a Michigander because I say the middle of the mitten. But yeah, loved growing up. Grew up on a farm where we raised corn, navy beans, soybeans, and wheat. And we also raised hogs, so we showed them in 4-H. But I met and married my high school sweetheart. We started dating and never looked back. We got married when he was 18 and I was 19. He went to school at LCC to be an airplane mechanic. And then we just started pursuing our dream, and that led us to Florida.
Oh, I love that. And I know that his passions combined with yours eventually got you into that drag racing. But really, let's get into the inspiration to get you on the track. What really truly inspired you?
Then he got his job and we moved to Florida, and I kept going and, kept working to support him. And one day he said, "Elaine, what is your dream?" And I said, "I've never really thought about it." And he said, "Well, let's go find you a dream." And so we started going to all these different places. He would take me we'd go boating, we'd go to an air show, and we actually led us to a racetrack. And we went to a racetrack, and for some reason, that just felt like home. It felt like it clicked.
And we are glad it did click, but you didn't stop at drag racing. You actually pushed it further and got into jet cars. Now, how do all of those work?
I always wanted to go a little faster, and I'd see these other cars, and I'm like, all of a sudden one day we saw these jet cars. And again, my husband graduated from LCC. He's an airplane mechanic, so he was working on jet engines during the day. And so I said, "What do you think about jet cars?" And the husband says, "Jet engines is what I love. Drag racing is what I love. Let's put them together and let's go jet racing." So about 23 years ago, we built our first jet car called the Mystifier, and I never looked back. But let me tell you, in my early career, I was only going about 130 miles an hour in a quarter mile. In jet racing, I go 280 to 290 in a quarter mile. So a little bit faster.
That is a heck of a lot faster. Wow, I can't even fathom what that means. How does that even feel to go that fast?
When I get in the car, I know that it's all business. It's all like, this is what you have to do. But when you start racing that fast, you don't go that fast. You go very, first you go down the track and you go a little ways down the track and a little further. So incrementally, you get the speed built up. The fastest I've ever been is 336 miles an hour, but I cheated. That wasn't on a run. That wasn't on a drag strip. It was actually on a runway where I was at Oshkosh, Wisconsin, racing an airplane, which was kind of fun.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun to me. Wow, I can't get over this. But as we mentioned, you were recently put on the Forbes 50 over 50 list. How does that feel?
It was really interesting because I got the email and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's always that imposter, like, oh my gosh, did they really mean to send it to me? But it's not about what you do on the track. It's about what you do off the track. And very early on, I knew that you have a responsibility when you have this very blessed and gifted life, that you should be able to kind of pay it forward. So not only have we, hopefully inspired a lot of the next generation of new racers and new crew members.
No, I love that. That says a lot. And you're going to be continuing that by coming here to Michigan next week. What exactly will you be doing?
I get to come back to Michigan a couple times a year to race at one of my home tracks in Martin, Michigan, US 131 Motorsports Park. I'm going to be there September 6th and blasting down the quarter mile with one of my other cars, Josette Roach. She's going to be side by side with me. And so that's going to be fun. But before that, we're actually giving the students in the Grand Rapids area a chance to come out, some of the kids, and do a Blazing Trails event talking all about STEM and STEAM education. There's a lot of science and innovation that goes to building these landlocked missiles. They're powered by a General Electric JD5 jet engine. So literally we take an engine off from a jet aircraft and put it on our car. So we got to keep me from not flying.
Well, thank you again. Safe travels back here, and then of course on the track we have Elaine's information right there on the bottom of the screen.